y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you are a new or old subscriber, I'm so excited for today's tutorial. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Alright, so I have my blank slide ready to go. I already added my color to this page, but really quickly I just want to cover something. As you all know, if you don't watch my videos, you don't know, but I get my colors from colorhunt.co. It's free. It's really easy to use. You don't have to sign up. I'm just showing y'all this because I really like it when I'm designing something and I'm not sure which colors I want or which colors will work well together. So this is just something really easy to use. So let's say you want this peach color here. You're just going to click on that hex code, and as you can see, it said copied. So you'll click on your background, hit background color at the top, hit add a new color, and you'll simply paste that code here. Just like that, and as you can see now, that color is on our project. But I'm going to switch back to my blue color. And now we're going to start to build our intro. So I'm going to go right to elements, and I'm going to type in Polaroid. Right under graphics, I'm going to get this first one right here, just like that. Cool. Now I am going to go and type grid right under elements, and I'm getting this first one right here. It's going to fill the whole screen, but we are going to hit position, hit to front, and we're going to resize it. And I like using grid instead of regular frames for things like this because I can resize this however I need to, so in either direction, which is good. So now I'm just going to size this frame to fit into this black square. And you want to make sure you don't really see any black. And there you have it. So just like that, that's really simple. But as you can see, this is way too big. It filled up too much of our screen, and we don't want to do that. So I'm just going to highlight it, drag in the corner here. Make sure you highlight both the frame and the grid. And I'm going to make that smaller, just like that. Make sure everything is centered. Okay. So now I am going to I want to add our other two frames, so highlight it, hit duplicate right here, which is this plus sign here. Just going to put that right here for now, and do the same to the left side. Just like that. You can kind of space it out however you want. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to rotate these anyway. I'm going to make this frame, the middle frame, a little bit bigger, so I'm just highlighting both of them, the frame and the Polaroid. Just like that. Now I'm going to highlight the right frame, rotate it, highlight the left frame, rotate it, just a little bit, just rotate it however you want your like little fan images to look, I guess you would call it. Now I'm going to highlight, hit to back, highlight this, and hit to back as well. So as you can see, this photo frame stands out, but they're too flat on top of each other, so we're going to fix that. So hitting our Polaroid frame, only hit your Polaroid frame. You don't need to hit the grid. You want to hit edit image, go to shadows, and hit glow. And for the middle photo only, I am also going to add in another shadow. So hit it again, make sure you come out of it, give it a minute to adjust, and then hit it again. Go back to edit image, right under shadows, and I'm going to add a page lift. So I like the way that looks. And I'm just going to add glow to both sides as well. So hit the Polaroid, shadow, glow. Do the same thing to this side. So as you can see, and now we got that little bit of like pop out look instead of it being flat up against our background, which I just don't ever really like unless it's necessary. Okay, cool. So now we have our frames done, and I'm going to add the pictures. So I'm just going to go to uploads, I have the pictures ready, so I'm just going to drag them right into the frames, just like that. As you can see, I have this little icon right here showing that was on the picture. I don't want that, so double click your picture and just zoom in if you have anything that you want to just crop out. And now we don't see that anymore. So that was really simple. You can go ahead and add an animation to any of these. So like you can highlight them all, go up here and click animate, and you can add in whatever animation that you want. I just didn't because I didn't like the black square showman. But it's really not a big deal. It still looks nice. It just depends on which one you choose. So like I like how the neon one looks. I like how the drift one looks. This one is pretty cool too. It just depends on which one that you use and what you're looking for. Okay, but I just didn't add anything. Now we're going to work on the name. So we're going to type in Marseille, Martin. And we're going to make this bigger. Oops. Let's move it right here. We're obviously going to have to make it bigger once we change the font. So go up here to fonts. And I'm choosing this font, Jonathan. So as you can see, it made the font look a whole lot smaller. And that's not what we want at all. So just drag it out, make it bigger. Alright, I think I'm good with that for now. Now we're going to hit text color right up here and we're going to change it to white. So as you can see, that color does not work because we can't really see what the text says, but we're going to fix that when we hit effects, outline, and now we're going to change the outline to the same color as our background. And you see how it just gives like this faded look, and that's what we want. So now I'm just going to go ahead and add in our channel niches. So go back to elements. Make sure you're on the main page. Right under lines and shapes, you want to get this square frame with these rounded corners. And we're just going to adjust the sizing like that. Change the color to white. And we're going to make this longer. So you might have to move your name up or just make some adjustments. I'm probably going to position this backwards so the T is not on top, but I kind of want the T showing, so just adjust it how you need it to fit. Alright, that's good. I'm going to make sure it's in the center. Make sure the name is in the center. Okay. Now everything is centered how I want it. We're just going to add in our channel niches. And I'm going to do this in all caps. I'm just typing in fashion, beauty, lifestyle. Let's bring it down right on top of our shape. Make sure it's in the center both ways. And we're just going to increase it a little bit. So I just put Canva stands and it's in the size 21. Now I'm going to hit right here where it says spacing, letter spacing, and spread this out. So yeah, I like the way that looks. I'm going to spread it out a little bit more. So I'm happy with the way that this looks. I'm going to move these photos and this name up just a smidge. Just a smidge. Sometimes when you move things, you have to make sure that everything is centered. So you might have to just readjust whatever you need to readjust just to keep everything that you need centered to remain centered. Okay. Almost forgot. We're going to add our diamond like border now. So go to elements and search diamond border. Right under graphics, I'm getting this one right here. It is a pro element. You can see they have like free ones, but they really aren't that great. So if you don't have Canva Pro, which I strongly suggest, even if you just get the free trial and cancel before your billing cycle, just go ahead, do that, and download your projects that you make so you can keep them and have the elements that you need, and just cancel your subscription before you are billed. But Canva Pro is definitely really good, and I believe they have a 30-day subscription to Canva Pro. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but I think they used to. I don't know if it's the same now. But yeah, or you can some other alternatives. Go on Pinterest, search diamond border, see what you can find, remove the background. Go to Google, search diamond border, transparent background, copy and paste it into your design if you find something that you like, and then you can adjust it once you get into Canva, like your sizing and stuff like that. But those are just some alternatives. But do what works best for you. So I'm just going to adjust that until it fits how I want it. Alright. So I think that looks good right now, but let me position it backward. Okay, because I didn't want that over the name. I think that looks good, so I'm happy with that. So yeah, this is the first slide. You can add animation to this page, like I said, if you want, but I just didn't do that, but you can if you want. Oh, almost forgot. Let's add our flares onto our Polaroid. So go to Element and search flare. Hit graphics and see all and see whatever, pick whatever one that you want. They have a lot of free options. So I'm just going to go with this one. Place that in one corner, hit duplicate, and I'm going to bring it to place in the other corner. So just like that. So that's our first slide, and now we're just going to go ahead and move on to our second slide. So just hit add page down here. We're going to keep our background right here the same. So now I am going to type in, hold on, I don't want that font coming up like that. Let me adjust the spacing back to normal. Okay. So all caps, I'm going to type connect with me. Just like that. Make it bigger. Change the color to white. Place it like right about here and hit bold. Let me review my notes, guys, because I did take notes for this just to make sure I'm covering everything. Alright, so I'm just looking at my notes, y'all, because I like to make sure that I'm not leaving anything out. So we have connect with me right here. We made the canvas hands and we chose the to make it white and make it bold. Now I'm going to go up here to transparency and I'm going to lower the transparency to 37. So I'm just going to type in 37 like that because we're going to add our other text on top. And I'm going to make this bigger. Alright, so this is annoying me, the way that it keeps popping up. So let me go to Jonathan. So I just hit duplicate and then I'm going to hit Jonathan and I'm going to write connect with me this time, but in lowercase. We'll fix the color in a second. So go to transparency and I'm going to make sure that I increase this back to 100. So we're going to make that bigger, just like that. And now we're going to add in that same effect that we did on the first page, which was the outline. And we're going to make our outline the same color as our background. I want to make this a little bigger. So yeah, I like the way that this font in the background is transparent. It's really light, but the font on top helps it stand out. So that's what we want. Okay, so now we are going to add in our social media icons. So I'm just going to go back to Elements, type in Instagram. Get this one right here. Change it to white. Now we get Twitter. Get this one right here. As you can see, that's white. And now we're going to create our own TikTok icon. So I'm just going to go to Elements, right under Lines and Shapes, get this circle. Change the color to white. Like that. I'm going to make this circle the same size as these ones first so I can adjust the sizing all at the same time. Alright, I think that looks pretty accurate. And we'll make these smaller. Now I'm going to type in TikTok. And we're going to get this one right here. Now I could use pro ones, but I'll try to keep as much free elements as possible so when you guys are recreating this, you have no problem with finding what you need. So as you can see, that's purple. We're going to click on each of these boxes and we're going to change it to the blue as our the same blue as our background. And then we're going to put that right into our circle, make it smaller. Just like that. And now we're going to adjust the sizing. So just highlight all of them. Make sure, I'm going to actually group this together first. So I'm just going to highlight both the circle and the TikTok logo and hit group. And now I'm going to highlight all of these icons and just make them smaller so they're all the same size. And then we're just going to spread them out. All right. Alright, so off camera really quickly, I adjusted our icons and I moved this font over some and I adjusted the sizing. So this font in the back is 75.5 and Canva Sans bold white. And remember, we reduced the transparency. And our top font in the front is 162, Jonathan, in white with our blue outline. So yeah, now we're going to go back to Elements and type in search bar. As you can see, there's a lot of options to choose from, both free and pro. So a good selection for you all to choose from if you don't have Canva Pro, or if you just want to use a different option than what's available in Pro. So now I am centering like the icons, everything to our text. So I like to just make sure it's centered, and to do that, you'll look at this purple line. As you can see, the purple line is going straight up through the center. So this is how I know that our element is centered to our text and our icons, and that's what we want. So now I'm going to type in, this is annoying me that I have to keep changing this, but it's all right. So put that back at normal. So now I'm just going to type in @Marcy-Martin. Put that in our search bar here. Make this bigger. Again, I'm making sure it's centered. All right, there we go. And I'm going to change this color to blue, the same blue as our background. You can make this even bigger if you want. And just like that. So now I'm going to add an animation to this slide. So I am going to highlight this. So I'm highlighting the social media icons in the search bar. I'm going to go up here to animate and I'm going to hit baseline. Just like that. Matter of fact, I am going to change the animation for the text here. and I'm going to hit typewriter just for the text. Everything else I'm going to leave on, and I'm just going to lower the speed. Everything else I'm going to leave on baseline. So let me just go back and play it because I want to see how it looks. All right, and I'm happy with that. Let me just make sure really quickly that I didn't add any animations to the text. Okay. So now we're just going to finish up the rest of this slide. So we're going to go to our uploads and get the photo that we want. So I'm using this photo here, and I'm going to remove the background. As I always say in these tutorials, you don't have to have Camera Pro to get your background removed. Go to remove.bg, which is a free removal background website. Upload your photo there from your device and remove the background. And then you can just copy and paste that into Canva or upload it as normal. So I'm going to hit edit image and go to background remover. Like that. I'm going to bring in the sides a little bit so I have more room to work with. I actually think I'm going to shift this over, everything over a little bit more so I have more room. Okay. I'm going to make this bigger. Move that over some. So you just want to play with your picture and make sure you're positioning it how you want to. Sorry, y'all, I'm just going back to look at the original just to make sure that I'm getting it as closely as possible. Alright, so we're going to move this over even more like that. And now we're going to hit duplicate. So hit your picture, hit duplicate. Now we're going to go into edit image. And this time we're going into this dual tone right here. And we're going to choose Mystic. So this is the dual tone that I'm choosing. You can also click on your dual tone and you can put the colors that you want. And here if you wanted to change them, but I'm just going to keep it like that. I'm going to slide these over just a little bit more. Trying to see how I want this to go. Okay, I think that's good. I'm probably not getting it exact as the original, but it's fine. No big deal. You just want to move this over just a tiny bit. Alright, now we're going to go and add in our phone. So go to back to elements and search frame. Hit see all and get the phone frame, the iPhone frame right here. And we're going to rotate that. Okay, that's good. Now we're going to upload a screenshot of Marseille's Instagram right into that frame. So I just screenshot this on my phone and uploaded it into Canva and just cropped out whatever I needed to crop out. And now we're just going to drag it right into that frame, just like that. And now we're going to go, let me just make sure, and we're going to add in our little flares here. I'm going to make the phone bigger, actually. Go back to elements and search flare. Now we're going to get that same flare that we've already used. So this one right here, I'm going to put that here. But this time I'm going to hit position and hit to back, duplicate it, and I'm going to hit to back as well. Just to give it a little something, but not right on top of our frame. So now we have everything that we want. You can adjust however you need to. I'm just going to look back at the original. Okay, so I am going to make these photos a little bit bigger. And I'm going to make this flare a little bit bigger as well. So I'm just highlighting both of the photos and I'm going to just make them bigger. Just like that. and move them in just a little bit. Alright, so I'm happy with this. And I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm going to make this a little smaller. Okay. That's fine with me. The last thing I'm going to do is highlight our photos, our phone frames, and our flares. So I'm trying to see how I want to highlight this without getting anything else highlighted. Okay. So now we highlighted all of that. I'm going to hit animate, and I'm going to put it on scrapbook. Or you can do, I'm just going to put it on neon. So I like the way the neon looks. And yeah, so that was this intro tutorial. Now let's go back to the beginning and let's hit play. Alright, see for this page. Alright, so for the first slide, you can actually shorten this slide because as you can see, I didn't add any animation. But if you add animation, don't worry about shortening this slide from 5 seconds. You can keep it the same, but without any animation, it just looks really, really like plain on this slide and it's just too long. So I'm just going to shorten this to about, let's go down 3.5 seconds. And we're going to play it again. Oops, we played it from the wrong spot. So we hit play. And yeah, that was this intro. You can also add in a transition by clicking in between your videos here, hitting add transition, and you can kind of decide how you want to switch between your frames. So you can just choose the one that you want. So I'm just going to hit dissolve and just choose whatever one that you want, whatever one works best for you. And once you have all of that settled and done, you are going to go to share, download, and make sure you download your intro as an MP4 and hit download. Now, if you are doing an intro and outro on the same project, so this is your intro. If you wanted to add an extra page and do an outro, make sure you download them as separate pages. So you want your intro downloaded together and you want your outro slides downloaded together. And there you have it. Thank you all for tuning in and watching this tutorial. I hope you all really like this one. This has been my favorite one that I've done in a long time. So I'm hoping it just brings y'all some excitement as well. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. Ask me your questions, anything else you want to see on my channel. And I'll get back to y'all. I love interacting with y'all. I love all of the love that y'all give. And let's just continue those positive vibes on this base. And I will see you all very, very soon.